the 21st of July 1972, a beautiful Friday afternoon, the IRA responded with what they termed a spectacular. And what they did was they sent a wave of 23 car bombs into Belfast City. Car bombs were sent in between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Some, but not all, had warnings attached to them. But as the first bombs exploded, the city went into gridlock, the traffic froze, and it meant that the security forces could not respond to every individual location. And 2 bombs were defused and 2 failed to go off, leaving 19 live bombs. They targeted 2 train stations, 2 bus stations, the ferry terminal, and all the main roads in and out of the city. Miraculously, only 2 bombs took life. One in North Belfast on the Cave Hill Road, a no warning car bomb killed 2 Catholic women and a 14-year-old schoolboy. The bomb was parked high on the pavement outside a woman's shop. As she returned from her lunch, she realised there was a bomb in the back, and she started to warn people. She warned the schoolboy. Rather than him running away, he also started to warn people. It detonated, killing all 3. His name was Stephen Parker, and he was posthumously awarded the Queen's Commendation for Bravery Medal for his actions that day. His father was a reverend minister, and he could only identify his son's body by a box of trick matches he was playing with that morning. The other bomb that took life was where you're standing now. This was the site of the old Oxford Street bus station, and hundreds of people were sheltering in this bus station because as the first bombs exploded, they were too scared to leave or try to escape the city. There was a bomb seen, a car on the Blue Bridge, the Queen Elizabeth Bridge behind you, and an abandoned car, and the people were just too scared to move anywhere. At 2:40 in the afternoon, a warning was received there was a bomb here. At 2:50, the car on the bridge exploded. At 3 o'clock, soldiers finally arrived. They started to check the cars and the buildings, and as they approached the silver Volkswagen estate on the perimeter of the bus station, it blew up. It killed 2 soldiers, aged 19 and 26. It also killed 4 Ulster Bus employees, ranging in age between 15 and 51. Originally, they thought 9 people died here because of the extent of dismemberment. A head was found embedded in the wall across the street, and a week after the bomb, they found a spinal column and rib cage on the roof of a building. They only found these because seagulls were seen swooping down to eat on them. There was a journalist called Kevin Myers who watched the afternoon unfold from a high-rise building in South Belfast, and he writes very eloquently about it, so we simply quote from Myers' notes. As the bombing started, thousands of panic-stricken shoppers began to stumble backwards and forwards seeking safety. The endless explosions, columns of smoke rising everywhere, crowds stampeding into one another declared the simple and inescapable truth: there was no such thing as safety. Long after the last bomb exploded, terrified people skulked in clusters, paralysed, not knowing where to go, with hundreds of children screaming amid the acres of broken glass. This day becomes known as Bloody Friday, and where Bloody Sunday was a recruiting call for the IRA, Bloody Friday is a recruiting call for both the loyalist paramilitaries and the security forces. It also convinces the British government that there can be no negotiation with the people who carried out these attacks. So 10 days later, on the 31st of July, the British government launched a military operation called Operation Motorman. It sees the British troop numbers increase from 12,000 to 30,000 British troops in Northern Ireland. It sees Saracen, Scout and Ferret armoured cars in huge numbers deployed, and most significantly it sees Centurion tanks brought into Derry on HMS Fearless. It sails up Lough Foyle and drops the Centurions. The British cover the gun barrels of the tanks and they put on bulldozer attachments, and they say, we're simply using them to clear down the barricades in the Republican nationalist areas. Everybody in Derry just looks at it and just goes, those are tanks on our streets.